All right, thank you, Brett. Find your warmest clothes right now.
Right.
All right, we will get out to our live crews across East Texas in just a moment, but we need to begin with the latest power outages. We are seeing many across the area right now.
Let's take a live look at that SWEPCO power outage map. It's parts of SWEPCO's service area, and some communities are already dealing with power loss as conditions are going to get worse this morning. One example, the city of Lone Star, where city officials say about 90% of the town is currently without power. Because of that, a warming center is now open this morning for residents who need a safe place to stay warm this morning. That warming center is located at the Lone Star Fire Station. That address is going to be 201 West Industrial. Again, the Lone Star Fire Station at 201 Industrial Star or Lone Star Drive there in the city of Lone Star. City officials are asking people to check on your neighbors, especially the elderly and anyone who has medical needs, while utility crews and emergency responders work to restore power as quickly and as safe as possible. In situations like this is exactly why preparedness matters. Joining us now is Mark Robinson to talk more about what utility crews are doing behind the scenes and what you should do if the power goes out. Mark, thank you so much for joining us early this morning.
Thank you for having me this morning.
All right, well, let's start, Mark, with the latest outages. We are seeing that, and then you can give us and our viewers an update on what your crews are seeing and doing right now.
Absolutely. So we were here at 6 o'clock this morning, whether we were in an office or in a truck or in a base camp, ready to be deployed. It almost started out like any regular wet Saturday morning, and it has since changed. If you've been outside, I was just at our base camp here in Longview at the Gray County Fairgrounds, and it is getting slick. And so we have deployed all of our local resources. We have about 2,300 personnel in SWEPCO that were already here, ready to go. And we have 5,600 total that should be here. Again, we will deploy those to the outages as they happen in the areas where we see those outages popping up.
Yeah, an army of utility workers working at this point. So as the storm continues, what are utility crews watching most closely?
So right now, and y'all just covered how much ice accumulation is on the line, right? So 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch is going to be very impactful. If it gets to 3/4 of an inch to an inch of ice, that gets to start looking like the word devastating. And so we are watching that. We're watching the outages. You have our outage map up right now. Thank you for that. We've got several thousand out in Carthage. We've got 1,500 out in the Henderson area. Titus and Camp County both have about 1,000 outages. We already have boots on the ground there, already continuing. Actually seeing Marshall had about 700 outages, and we were able to bring those down and restore those already this morning. So it's going to be a constant battle with the weather, with the ice. And so I would just say, please keep yourself safe. If you can, stay off the road for your sake and for our crew's sake as we work. Please do so.
We do appreciate the linemen that are working out there in these conditions. I know it's definitely difficult with the sleet and the ice we've been seeing in the cold temperatures. Mark, you mentioned ice is the biggest concern in this forecast. Why does ice cause so much more power outages than just snow or rain?
So it's duplicitous outages, right? So it's not just what's on the line, but it's also in East Texas, we love our big pine trees. Unfortunately, during the winter, they don't lose their pine needles. And so those all grab ice. And as they do, they weigh down. And they not only is it what is on the line, but it's also those trees that can interfere. Here's an interesting tidbit. 1/2 inch of ice on our line is about 500 pounds span to span, right? From pole to pole, that span can weigh about 500 pounds. That's the size or weight of a grizzly bear or a large animal sitting on your line. And so that's an issue. You think about all that weight, there's only so much it can withstand. So trees and ice on the line, that's what concerns us right now. And so pray for either snow or rain, but that icy mix is not good for us.
Incredible perspective there. Think about that, not just one grizzly bear, but having to deal with a bunch of grizzly bears on those power lines right now.
Every single span, that's right.
Well, if someone loses power, and it sounds like some people already have in East Texas, what is the most important thing that they should be doing first and foremost, especially if it lasts more than a few hours? You know, you can bundle up for a little bit, but you don't want to just sit there and stay cold if it's going to last for a little bit.
Absolutely. Thank you. So first and foremost, if you haven't already, download our app. Make sure that we know that you're out of power. That way we can interact with you. We can communicate with you when your power is back on. And then, of course, always have a plan. We encourage you to have a neighbor, someone that you can go to, family member, and And so make sure that if you can travel safely, do so to a place that has power, or again, have those warming supplies. And also many of our municipalities, you can see these on our municipality maps. I believe Texas Department of Emergency Management also has a list of the warming centers. Find a place to shelter, and as soon as we can, we'll get your lights back on, and you can come be home and be warm at your own home.
And I know we've seen a lot of these generators and people using them. They've been going off the shelves. Real quickly, Mark, quick safety tips for those who might be using generators.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. Please have someone that is a certified electrician. If you have a whole home generator, or if you are going to connect your generator to your home system, please have a transfer switch, a certified electrician install that for you. If not, then we would ask that you just simply plug your appliances directly to your generator. And so that is a safe way to do that. And then, of course, make sure for carbon monoxide issues, make sure that generator is in a well-ventilated space. Outdoors, preferably. Don't bring that inside. Even into a garage is not a good place. And pair that with a carbon monoxide alarm so that if you do experience some issues, that it's safe for you. You can create with a small generator, something that you can buy at your local hardware store. If you backfeed our system, you can create tens of thousands of volts that could seriously injure or kill one of our employees if they're out trying to restore power. So please be safe with your generators and follow general safety guidelines on that.
Mark, we appreciate all that wonderful advice this morning, the update that you're giving us for all that your power crews are doing out there to keep East Texans safe. Thank you. Be careful out there.